How's it going, everybody? I'm AV Obsessed, and if you're watching this video, that means that you probably are too. And today, I have just another unboxing video. I know it's been a lot of unboxing videos lately, but I'm actually just starting to get a bunch of stuff in for review, which is awesome for the channel. So if you guys like and subscribe to watch the reviews when they actually come out, that would be greatly appreciated. A couple of months ago, I was at the AXPONA show in Chicago, Audio Expo North America, and I heard Arendal at that show. They had the 1610 Tower8s, and they sounded pretty fantastic. So I had to talk to the people in the room and got their contact information and reached out, and they said that they would send me a pair of the 1610 Tower8s for a review, which is just awesome. Now, they're not mine to keep. These are on loan from Arendal. I get to use them for the duration of the review period, which is probably gonna be about 90 days, and then I have to send them back. So it's not a big free gift that I got from Arendal, but it's still awesome that I get to try them out in my own space for 90 days. Oh, and right away, if you guys can see from here, I don't have a camera person today. This is just an auto tracking tripod. They have them double boxed, and this is kind of funny. On the ends, they actually have pieces of like MDF just to try to reinforce the ends for the boxes so that the speakers will show up to your house in good condition. So they got a piece of MDF like that on each side, which is kind of cool. If you're buying a pair of these, then you get some pieces of MDF that you could do some kind of a little project with. And now, since they're double boxed and taped up on the inner box as well, I gotta cut this box open next. Being careful not to cut too deep, obviously. Okay. And I'm probably gonna do the method where I have to roll these things over to get them out of the box, because each of these towers weighs 100 pounds. So I am not lifting it out of the box on my own, because that would be crazy. My back already suffers enough as it is. So, pull out this piece of cardboard here. And I don't know how well you guys can see that there, but you've got some very nice closed cell foam here with a bunch of accessories. You got some kind of pads that I would assume you're supposed to put under the spikes. Actually, it doesn't have spikes. These feet are kind of flat feeling feet. They're almost like an isoacoustics style, not quite, but that is a very nice high quality foot. I guess I could bring it closer to the camera. That is one of the stock feet for these Arendal Sound 1610 Tower8s, which are really nice quality feeling feet. I'm gonna shove that back in there for now, because let's get, oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna keep looking at the accessories because they're like so easily accessible right away. You got a manual, and looks like they give you some gloves in there for unboxing. And then the outrigger feet for the speakers. I'll pull one of those out. So it looks like there's going to be some assembly. I'm going to have to attach these outrigger feet to the bottom of the speakers so that the actual foot that's going to be sitting on the floor has something to attach to. And then you get the grills, which, I mean, I might do some B-roll shots showing the grills on, but I never run speaker grills. But here is the grill with a nice kind of honeycomb plastic on the inside and black grill cloth on the outside. So those are pretty decent quality feeling little grills. Individual grills for each driver instead of one big grill that covers everything. That pretty much seems to be the trend nowadays, that everyone is doing it like that. So I'm gonna set that whole nice piece of foam that has all the accessories off to the side. And I do have the speaker facing upwards right now, which I don't believe will be an issue because there's a lot of foam. So I believe Yeah, this is the bottom side, this is the top side. So if I flip the box like so, oh my gosh, quite a heavy box. Okay. Actually, it might be easiest just to slide them out like this. There we go. And now, get this foam off the bottom here. And a giant silica gel packet for absorbing moisture in there. Oh, these bags are really nice quality, and they have the Arendal Sound logo on the sides. I could see actually using these bags that come with these speakers as dust covers when you're not listening to them. If you're gonna have a pair of these, say you have a second home somewhere and you're gone for months at a time, first of all, congratulations on being that rich, but yeah, I could see, oh, I don't know what it's sitting on. Oh, the bag is tied at the bottom, okay. That's the bottom, that's the top. I might have to cut this. Well, no, I don't have to. This is gonna be one of the jankiest videos on my channel, and that's saying something because a lot of my videos are fairly janky. So, I'll lay the speaker down. The bag is all tied up at the bottom. That's what was making it so I couldn't set it straight because there's a big clump of material there. And then, oh, it ships with the port plug in the massive down-firing port. That is a big port plug. Holy cow. You can reach your entire arm up inside of that port. I believe I'm going to leave the port plug out because I want the extension that these things are going to be capable of. I think what I'm going to probably do now is cut the video here so I can attach the feet and outriggers and then stand it up and pull the bag off, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, there we go. Now, as you can see, I've got all of the outrigger feet and nice big rubber feet that they include attached. I am super impressed with the hardware that these guys include with their speakers. It feels like aftermarket grade stuff. It's really, really nice. Now, I can get this thing tipped up and do the unveil. Like I said, I really like this bag that they include too. Like using this as a dust cover when you're not using your speakers. Legitimately like something I could see people doing. There it is. This thing is massive. It actually, it might be even taller than my B&Ws. It's actually taller than the B&Ws. That's crazy. Not heavier though. These are about 100 pounds each, made out of high density fiberboard in this beautiful, like kind of a almost like mostly matte basalt finish. They are some really nice looking speakers. And then you got the tweeter in this waveguide here, and then you got a 5-inch woofer underneath this little grill, and then we got 3 8-inch aluminum woofers. So these are some pretty serious towers, and I can't wait to get them hooked up and figure out what they sound like. I did actually figure out what these feet are for. These right here are hardwood sliders. So if I was sliding these around on hardwood flooring, I would set the foam or the rubber foot on the foam side, and then this side is kind of a slippery cloth. And then under that, something I actually probably will use to get these things positioned, they actually give you carpet sliders as well. So I set the foam or the hard rubber feet on this foam side, and then there's this nice slippery hard plastic, so that they should actually be, why don't I do it right now? They should actually be pretty easy to move around for a single person. Let's see. Okay, that's one side. And let's get the other ones out here. I assume that they are gonna have identical accessories in each speaker box, so, oh wow, I can already tell it's trying to slip on me when I go to lean it up to put the furniture slider on. There we go. Now I should be able to pretty easily move these things around. Let's just go like this. Oh yeah. Yep, I will have no problem sliding those into position. So, I'm gonna cut one more time. I'm gonna get, I know it's a tragedy because I just got them all dialed in and set up properly, but I'm gonna get the Bowers & Wilkins out of the way, and I'm gonna put the Arendal Sound 1610 Tower8s in their spot, and I will come back with just a quick little initial first thoughts. Obviously, they're not broken in yet or anything like that, and I have to probably dial in the positioning to get the best imaging, which usually takes a couple of days for me to figure that out, so I will be right back. Well, as you could probably see, I've got the Arendal 1610 Tower8 set up now, literally sidelining the review of the Bowers & Wilkins 802D4s, but those are mine. I actually bought those, so I can delay the review of those for a little while and work on a review of these. But so far, I would definitely say I've only listened to a couple of tracks with them, and I haven't dialed in the positioning exactly perfectly yet. And also, according to the manual, these speakers require 50 hours of burn-in, so it's gonna be a little while until I actually put out the full review. But first impressions, these things are awesome. I love the build quality, the styling, the hardware that they include. Just so far, I am pretty impressed with my first experience with speakers from Arendal Sound. And if you guys wanna see my full review of those and eventually the review of the Bowers & Wilkins 802D4s, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can see my stuff as it comes out.